Hey, this is Prometheus coming back to you with another Draft Champions draft. I just got out of the Chicago Playbook, and the Chicago Playbook was atrocious for me. Had a lot of problems with it. I actually went 1-4 with the Playbook. I was able to beat one game in mutts, but for the most part, I just struggled. It could have been the teams I was playing with, maybe some of the players, but I just did not make reads correctly, and I forced the scheme with the players that I actually had out of the Playbook, and it wasn't necessarily what I like to do. I like to establish the run, so basically I'm going to go ahead and draft a team, and hopefully I'll be able to get a team that's got some pretty good running ability. Alright, so I have had success with Adam Gase, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Mike Malarkey, I've actually used him last year. They've got a unique play in one of the shotgun plays, which is like a shovel option play, which is really good, but I don't see a lot of people using it online now, so I think they've toned it down a little bit. And then Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer is basically a 4-3 defense. And he's actually got the 46 bear in his defense. So I'm going to go and use a 46 normal and try to go ahead and build out a defensive scheme out of the 46 normal and be a little bit more effective. What's great about it is you got 8 in the box, and then there's so many adjustments you can do out of it, and you can show the same look to your opponent. You can put in nickel backs. So 46 normal is going to be the play I'm going to go with in the vertical offense. There's some really good plays in this offense, so we're going to go ahead and break that down. Alright, so when I'm actually making my drafts, I want to make sure I slow down because I got stuck with an extra player that it didn't necessarily need. Now, here's the thing. Emmitt Smith is 87 speed. He's a good running back, but he's not a burner. I want to have 88 or more. Marvin Harrelson's been on my team before, but I'm going to go with Champ Bailey. I want a nice big defensive back that I actually can help me shut down a side, so I'm going to take Champ Bailey as my first player and lock up that outside. Alright, so Jeremy Maclin falls to me, Joe Flacco at a quarterback, and then I've got a center with run block 93. So do I want to burn a good position right now? Catching 88 speed, he's got 86 speed. He's not a burner. Let's take a peek at our players real quick and see what we've got. We got Funches, Stills, who actually has got some pretty good speed, and he's not that bad at catching. He's 77. Funches is the same. Wilson is 87. So this team is actually, for a stock team, is actually fairly quick. Not that bad. Let's back out of this. Let's take a look at our center position. If I go ahead and take a gold center right now, that actually would shore up my line, and it got good run blocking too. So that would actually help. And I'm going to try to wait on taking a quarterback. Let's take a look at our stock quarterbacks we got right here. Throw power is not that great. Deep ball is not that good with Case Keenum. But you know what? I'm going to gamble, and I'm going to take a center of all things. I don't necessarily like taking offensive linemen, but I'm going to take a center in this position because I'm not enamored by these two guys, and I want to get stuck with these guys messing up my roster later. Here we go. Chandler Jones, 82. I've got Derek Johnson is 87, and I've got Will Sutton, 87. All right, so from a defensive line standpoint, I'm not really enamored with that. Linebackers, you can never have too many outside linebackers. That gives you a lot of flexibility. Inside linebackers are basically something that can hold you up. So let's take a look at the attributes. 82 speed, acceleration 85, block shedding 90, block shedding 83. So I'm going to take Chandler Jones and put him on the right outside linebacker position, giving me some speed. Alright, so got another cornerback fell to me. I've got Anthony Barr that fell to me. Brandon Carr is a stud defensive back, and then I got Vic Beasley. This is a tough call right here. Now Beasley, out of all these guys, might be the one who's not going to stay on my roster because I don't think his skill set is good. He's got Anthony Barr, 86 speed. I can go ahead and just drop him in my linebacker position or put him on the line. He's also got block shed 86, so that's a big block shed ability. But look at the defensive back. If I take Brandon Carr right now, my defensive backfield is locked up. I've got studs on the outside, and that actually just gives me a lot of flexibility. So this is very, very difficult to choose. Let's just go ahead and take a peek at our offensive outside linebackers. A.J. Hawk is not very fast. This guy's not very fast, but Daryl Washington is. We're going to go ahead and take the corner. I'm going to go ahead and shore up my defensive backfield. If I get too many defensive corners, I can always go ahead and put them into the slot position. So here we go. Just as quickly as I take players, I get some players coming to me. I've got another defensive back coming to me, but Adam Jones is not that fast, so I might want to get a safety or something like that. Derek Wolfe. Block shed 92. That's a good player to have on your team. Block shed 75. Play recognition 90. So he's really going to make a play. He's going to identify the play recognition. He's got 85. But I want to go ahead and have nice block shed up front. This actually will set my team up as I keep going. So we're going to go with Derek Wolfe up on the front. Here we go. Fast player. Conley's fell to me. I've got another defensive back that fell to me, which is so tempting to take. And Jay Cutler as a quarterback. Nope. Not taking Jay Cutler. This is probably going to haunt me, but I'm going to go ahead and take my first offensive player right here. I'm going to take Chris Connolly. 6'3". Look at it. 6'3" height. Catch. Spectacular catch 87. Catch in traffic 90. This guy is a stud. 92 speed is flying in Draft Champions. Here we go. More players have fallen to me. I've got Ben Watson, who's a big guy. I got Des Bryant I can take. And then I also have got Trevor Siemian. I am so tempted to take a quarterback right now, but I want to shore up my positions. And here's one of the things I've learned. If I can take a tight end that's going to be a difference maker, I'm going to take the tight end over the good wide receiver, primarily because I can take that tight end and I can actually put him in slot positions and make plays for me, and he's going to give me more flexibility. So I'm going to take the tight end over Des Bryant. I know. What are you thinking? But that's what that was my thought process. Marquise Cullen is fallen to me. I've also got a good run blocker on the right guard that I can take. Let's see here. He's not the fastest, and I've got a quarterback that I can finally take. 89, 90s across the board, 89, awareness 90. This is a tough call right now. I don't know what to do, but I think I need to take myself an elite quarterback. I haven't had an elite quarterback in the last couple series, and I do need somebody. So I'm going to take Andy Dalton right here. I'm sure you guys are thinking otherwise, but let's just go ahead and take Andy Dalton. All right, so now we got some scrub players here. Brock Osweiler would have fell to me. Manti Te'o, an inside linebacker, and I've got a defensive back right here, which is Demarius Randall. I'm going to take the inside, the defensive back. So if I'm going to have an excess of people, I'd rather have defensive backs that I can throw in. So I'm going to go ahead and take that defensive back. It'll help me in my nickel sets. Here we go. More speed. Jordan Matthews. Already got a quarterback. Do not have a running back. Now, problem with Adrian Peterson is he's got bad hands. He's not that great of a player to do, but let's just go ahead and see. We're starting to get slim pickings right now on draft picks. Let's go ahead and take a look at our base running backs. 84 speed. He's not a very fast running back right here. Trucking at 83, Kareem Carey at 83. So I don't really have any players that I can throw into my offensive scheme for the running back. So I got to take a running back right here. I haven't seen anything fall to me yet, so I've got to go ahead and take a running back right now. All right, so another running back fell to me, and a better one. A better running back fell to me in David Johnson, and now I'm actually getting stuck right now because I've already taken a quarterback in Andy Dalton. So if I would have took that other wide receiver, that definitely would have helped me. So I'm going to go ahead and shore up my backfield with corners. I'm going to go ahead and take the corners here and drop them in. Another back or another player right here that fell to me. I've got Simmons. He's going to be the person I need to go ahead and take, primarily because he's going to fill the gap. I could take Bell, but I don't want to do that, and I've got another defensive back, and I've got 4 defensive backs right now, so we need to go ahead and take Simmons and shore up our linebacking core. Here we go, some more outside linebackers. This is going to give me some good rushers. I've got a Hall I can put on the defensive line. I've got some not a very fast person right here, block shed 90. He's got block shed 86, and he's got, let's see here, block shed of 87, but he's a middle linebacker. And middle linebackers, oof, that's tempting. He's got, look at the speed he's got. He's got really lights out speed. So that really is tempting to take him, but I got some flexibility with this guy. He's not that fast. I'm going to go ahead and take the speed. Speed is always going to help me. Play recognition is 93, so I'm going to take Ogletree and put him on the outside. All right, so here we go. Jeremy Hill. We've got Clay. And then I've got a center here, which is someone I've already drafted. So I'm going to take Clay to give myself another tight end. I can put one of these tight ends in the wide receiver position, but I'm probably going to be going with a little bit more of a run-heavy formation. So this is my last draft pick. Let's see what kind of a player falls to me. And I was hoping to get some kind of... I was hoping to get some kind of a defender that I actually could depend on, and it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. So I can go the cornerback. I could take Mel Blount. That's going to give me another defensive back because I don't have any safeties. I'm going to probably have to go with Bob Sanders so I get a strong safety that actually falls into his position. So this is my team. A ton of defensive backs. I figured that if those are the guys that are going to drop to me, those are the guys I'm going to go ahead and take. And overall, 81 on defense, 80 on offense. All right, so this is the offense that I've actually drafted. Once again, I only took 1 offensive lineman. I took 2 tight ends. Both of these tight ends are elite tight ends. And I actually got elite players. I've got Connolly. Look at this guy. He's a stud. 6'3", 92 speed, catching 87. He's a very stud. I took my second tight end and actually put him in a slot position, so that gives me another big body to be able to catch balls over the middle. Peterson, Dalton, and then I've got Funches is my outside wide receiver. So I've got to make sure I focus on my stars in this particular scheme. On defense, I really do like this defense. I've got stud linebackers here. I've got my corners are just lights out. Bailey and Carr, and I got Bob Sanders. So basically, my secondary is just lights out. My only suspect player is going to be Randall playing the defensive backfield here, but you could see his speed's very good. His play recognition is 77. It's not outrageously good, but it's okay. And now I got a slot defender too, so if I go into any kind of nickel sets, I've got a fast slot defender to actually go ahead and make plays for me. Up front, I've got Chandler Jones. I can easily drop him down to the edge, and I got Derek Wolfe on the backside here to go ahead and take care of the block shedding. So if you can take a look at the block shedding off the edge, it's going to be hard for my opponent to go ahead and get the ball, run the ball against me, because I've got fairly good block shed. So this is going to be the offense I'm going to be rolling with. I'm going to be rolling with the the Vikings. I've already taken a look at some of the formations, and I'm pretty excited about some of the formations. In particular, I can go focus back once again on the I-form type pair. They got a version of it. They got the single back bunch, and then a couple other formations I'll be jumping into. So to my subscribers, I appreciate support. Once again, I show all my games. I show you the good and the bad and the ugly, so you'll see how I can build out a Viking scheme and how I can go ahead and turn this up. So thanks again for your support, and until next time.